Aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to Walker on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Smith. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He'll find Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But we did see pursue, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here and
Throwing now is Geno. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Heineke. This will be caught. It's Samuel on the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On play action, Heineke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thriving. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave. We the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the play fake, and now Heineke on the move to his left. And his first look is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Heineke. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now Heineke on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Prescott on first down, steps away, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers and freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 22, Heineke sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down throw for Heineke. Pressure comes and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action now. Here's Heineke. Rolling. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. To try again after the sack. Heineke, that's out to the flat for Gibson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Micah Parsons, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Heineke to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Prescott. Out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Heineke. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From just shy of midfield, Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Heineke now. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Heineke. He's got Gibson on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Heineke. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up that way and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out and countered too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To the air again, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. The 40, the 30, 10. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's loose again. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Again, help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So just 8 kicks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. straight ahead, Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown, Washington! To a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fall. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Benjamin St. Juice. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Safe back at the 29.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play to the sack.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
29 yards.
And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Boy, it's only a one-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
To the air again, Heineke.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Heineke. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3 and 5 now.
Only 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
Those big ends don't really care with the play calls. Big plays on the field, and their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond...
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
They'll try and throw for it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They got a chance to take the lead.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Jamin Davis.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us. And
touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. First down throw for Prescott.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 36, Prescott, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now Dak.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Prescott.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish.
Touchdown! Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Here's Dak. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
Carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an intercept, and that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs, and the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.